Okay, now I want to cover the big one. Way City, 1968. This is kind of what you would have seen. First of all, I'm just going to call myself out that these are 1974 dated. These are not proper for Vietnam. They would have been M44 goggles with the strap inside. But I just wanted to add it on there to sort of see what those would have looked like if I had a pair. Okay, so what you see right away is the third pattern, not really commonly seen at all, flak jacket. It had exposed buttons and rifle slings on each side. These did not last too long, and I don't even know the year of issue. You do see them every once in a while, normally later in the war. I just threw it on this example for another difference in flak vest. So what I have here is an M60 Gunner impression. So what they would have had is their M1911 pouch, K-bar, and their M1911 holster, or I should say it's an M1916 holster with M1911 Colt in there as well. And one thing I did not mention before is this is a M56 belt, but my earlier example, I didn't call it out. There's also an M61 belt that has buttons all the way along for the M14 pouches. Thought I'd call that out. So you see a few things here, obviously carrying the extra ammunition. You would have seen this pretty much on every soldier, regardless of the year, to feed the M60 machine gun, which they call the pig. This M60 machine gunner, as you can see, has the oil to keep it lubricated, as well as a cleaning toothbrush, as it would have been constantly getting fouled up and overheating. And now what we see here, again, this is not 100% common, but the Arvin Rucksack starts to make an appearance every once in a while at the U.S. Marine Corps. As you can see, I have my shelter half tucked in there. Then you also have, not as common, but the M56 shovel carrier you may have seen with World War II vintage shovel. And then also on the other side, you would have your gas mask that would be hanging on usually the left leg or left hip. And the purpose of that is that in Way City, there was a lot of CS gas or tear gas being used to flush out NVA and Viet Cong. So they needed their gas mask as well. And just to do a rear view, and I apologize about all the angles, it doesn't hang quite right. M56 canteen, moved to plastic, but you still see the Bakelite lids on the metal ones. The M1916 holster, I don't have my pistol in there right now, which is just a replica. And then what you have here is a 67 dated first aid pouch, almost identical to the World War II style, and that would have sat in the center as well.